Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista, here on YouTube, and in today's video, or this video I should say, this is going to be a cross stitch update. Let me adjust just a little bit. I have stuff that I've bought. That's much better. I have stuff that I've bought. I have a gift and I have a finish, and I'm going to show you what my new start is going to be for cross stitch. So first, let me try to go in order. That will be the easiest way for me to do it. So if you watched my true crime video from the other day, you knew Bill went on a fishing trip. Bill was supposed to be gone until Saturday night because today is Saturday, July 17th. He was supposed to be gone through tonight or tomorrow morning. He called me at 7:45 last night and said, we're heading home. I'm like, okay. So they got home about 11 o'clock and he was not feeling well at all. Thursday before they left, he said he felt like he was getting a cold. And I'm like, ugh, right? So he woke up Friday and he wasn't feeling good, but he was pushing through. But he said it was so rough there fishing wise, like the waves and stuff, that they weren't planning on fishing on Saturday anyway. So they were just going to come home. So I sat last night. I didn't get downstairs until about 7:30 from filming all the videos I had done, and I have a finish. So last night I finished Shannon Christine Designs Hello Summer, and and I know that this bag is from the Dollar Tree. I've been trying to find them. I know there are more Dollar Trees around me. I just don't know. I just haven't gone. The one that I went to the other day didn't have it. And you would think it would kind of be out now with back to school shopping, but no. So before I take this off the Q-snap and show you the full thing, I wanted to show you that, well, you can kind of see the whole thing, right? This is the steering wheel cover I got at Dollar Tree. So it does fit on an 11 by 11 Q-snap. It's very soft and velvety. Yeah. So let me take this out of the Q-snap because I'm going to have to take it out of the Q-snap anyway. And what I decided to do as far as framing, remember if you watched my Hobby Lobby haul, I bought a frame thinking I was going to repurpose it for this piece. No. I looked at it again, started trying to take it apart. I'm going to have to use it for something else. What I decided I'm going to do is... is I'm going to amass like 5 cross-stitch pieces and then take them to, wow, this does not want to come off here. Take them to In Stitches in Alexandria, which is about an hour and 15-minute ride, and have them frame them all at once. Going up there every single time I finish something, no. I'll take 5 pieces up there for sure. I've never had anything framed by them, but considering that the Stitching Post, which is my local needlework store, does not do framing anymore, I'm heartbroken. In Stitches is the next one that I can think of. Okay. I will be using this again for my next piece. All right, so Shannon Christine Designs Hello Summer. I did not use the called for fabric that she did. I used all the DMC that was called for in the pattern. I used Fiberlicious 14 count Aida in After Dusk. Wow, I'm like a bull in a china shop today, just knocking everything over. Okay. Didn't it turn out so cute? So I finished the R yesterday. That's all I had to do. And the fabric is actually a little darker than what is showing up. Some people had stitched this on a much lighter fabric and it looked really good. Someone even stitched this on black and it looked fucking fantastic. It looked so good on black. So I was considering doing the companion piece, Here Comes the Sun. I want to stitch something else, you know. So that was that. I will iron that. I already have a drawer that I've picked out for all of my pieces, my finishes. So I'll iron this and put this in the drawer and moving on, right? Okay. So trying to keep things somewhat organized here so it's not such a fat mess when I'm done filming this video. Now, I had already had plans for today, Saturday. I had a massage at 9 o'clock. I was going to go check my P.O. box because someone had said they sent something. And then I was going to go to the stitching post, which I have not been to the stitching post since January of 2020. That was the last stitch night that they had. So that was the last time that I was there. And I wanted to go and find a fabric, if I could, for this because I want to stitch this next. Yeah. So that was my main goal in going there. Now, I full well knew that since I had not been there in a year and a half, that I was going to be purchasing some things. And there was only a handful of people in the store when I went. So Bill was like, you know, just because I'm sick, don't let that stop you. Okay, I wasn't going to anyway because I wasn't expecting you till tonight. So got up, went to the massage, which was fantastic. I love my massage therapist. She looks like Bailey Sarian. Yeah. And she's wonderful. So had a massage, went to the post office, checked my P.O. box. So I'm going to show you what was in my P.O. box because it is a wonderful, wonderful gift from a subscriber. It is from Barb Norton. So she sent me a very wonderful card, which I won't read the note, except she was saying how sorry I had to delete so many videos. I was one of the first channels that got her into cross stitching. So she sent me 3 things. She sent me Christmas in July. She sent me a Christmas ornament in memory of my grandparents, which I'm telling you what, there are things that I may not think about them for a few days and then something comes on TV or I read something and it makes me think of them. So I think that's going to be forever. I'm always, always, always going to, things are always going to remind me of them, I should say. So absolutely love this. I will put this on my tree every single year and think of my grandparents when I do so. Thank you so very much. The second thing she sent was a bowl from her sister's I cannot fucking talk, sister's pottery business, which is called Zen Fire Pottery. I will put her info down below. But this is gorgeous. Look at this. I already know what I'm going to do with this. Next to my bed, I have like a small longer burger basket where I have like my remote, the remote to my light. I keep like floss and nail clippers and lip balm. I'm going to use this for that, and I'm going to repurpose that basket for something else because this will fit everything. I'm constantly knocking that basket over. I need a bigger basket. Here we go. I love stuff that's like fire. I love it. This is so awesome. Thank you so much. So yes, I will put her info down below if you would like to check the pottery store out. And then the last thing she sent was a Starbucks gift card. Let's go. Now, I have so much money on my Starbucks gift card that I seriously need to start going there and getting a coffee. And it is hot as a motherfucker outside. Like today, it is like 95 here. And it'd be great to have a coffee though. So maybe when I'm done filming this video, I'll ride up there. Who knows? But what I do is I have the Starbucks app and I just add the gift cards to my app and it keeps the total. Go up there and get a skinny mocha, which is so, so good. So Barb, thank you so very much for all of those gifts. I am always just so appreciative that when you guys take the time to think of me and buy stuff or make stuff, or fantastic. So left the post office, went to the stitching post. Holy moly, did I do some damage to my bank account, let me tell you. So I could not, unfortunately, find a fabric that looked like this. That was like light gray with some darker gray, because I don't stitch on linen anymore. I stitch mostly on Aida. However, what I did find, let me show you. Look at this big bag of stuff. Yeah, I spared no expense. I hadn't been in the store for a year and a half, so give me a break here. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to look at the receipt. Nobody needs to know what I spent. No. Okay, so the fabrics I did get, I actually got 2 pieces of 28 count hand-dyed Jobelan, which I have not stitched on Jobelan in a long time, but these were too good to pass up. So this one is antique copper, and boy, is that not even showing up at all. It's variegated. It has like darker pieces of copper. This video is not doing that justice at all. I bought that because I'm debating whether to use that fabric or both of those are fat quarter. This one is Sandcastle Jobelan, so I may use this one. This one has more variegation, it looks like. I think I might use this one. I have to see how the browns look up against it in the word coffee, because the rest of it's fine. It's black, gray, but the word coffee is like ombre effect, and there's a couple browns. So in case I needed to substitute, I went through, because they have a whole wall of classic colors. I went through and I just bought a whole bunch of them. I bought roasted chestnut, German chocolate, sassy brass, fresh brew, which I bought like coffee names, right? Just rust, colonial copper, almost auburn, and hazelnut. And I figure I could find 3 that would go together pretty well, because if you put them up against this fabric, they all like show up really well. So I think I'm going to use this fabric, and it will be interesting me stitching on Jobelan again, because I haven't in a really long time. It used to be the fabric I used to stitch on solely. When I did the 4 Celtic Ladies by Lavender and Lace, I stitched them all on Jobelan. Yeah. Okay, so I also bought 2 packs of mini 12-inch stretcher bars for my strawberry shortcake piece. I'm going to be doing a video probably right after this one where I show how I kit that up and maybe even do a couple stitches. So the mini stretcher bars, or the regular ones, I buy the mini because it's only 1/2 inch and they're a lot lighter than the regular size standard stretcher bars, which are 3/4 inch thick. But they come in a pack of 2, so I needed a full 12-inch square, so I got those. And then I also bought a needle threader, because always need a needle threader when I'm doing needlepoint, because the threads are so much thicker. So just so I'm not fighting with trying to thread a piece of yarn through a needle, I use a needle threader every time, and it saves so much time. And then I bought size 20 needles and size 22, because I use one or the other depending on what the thread is. Some threads are thicker than others, like Rainbow Gallery Silk Lame is very thick, and so I might use a size 20 needle, because the smaller size you go, the bigger the eye of the needle. And then the last thing that I bought that is like needle, I have patterns here that I'm going to show you. So this is called the Collection Easy Beater. So what you do is there is a protective cover on this. This is like a big fat needle minder, right? You put it where, if you're going to, this is for beading. You put it near where you're beading. This would be great for a mirabilia. And instead of trying to work out of the little Mill Hill plastic cases and spilling the beads, because I can't tell you how many times I've done that, what you do is you remove the protective cover, save this cover. This is extremely sticky. Okay, what you do is you sprinkle the beads onto this surface, and then you can remove the beads with your needle. So it is almost like that Elizabeth, the Bead Buddy. I have one of those on my needle minder board back there. You just take your beading needle and just grab each bead off of this. The ease is that this is right next to where you're beading, if you put it on your fabric right next to where you're beading, and you don't have to fight with working out of a case and trying to hold it in your hand. And like I said, save that case, save this cover, because, and I would even save this personally and just keep it in here, because if you don't save that little plastic cover, you can get lint, pet hair on it, and it will be really gross. And this thing was $11.50, so you don't want to mess it up. Okay, patterns. I was in the store for a good hour, and let me tell you that being in the store and talking to the ladies, it made me miss it. It made me miss and yearn for a retreat, for a stitch night, to be around people that know this hobby, that do this hobby. And it was so good being back in the store and talking with the ladies, because I talked to them after I had checked out, because I mean, I've been going to that store for like 20 years. Yeah, so they know me by name when I walk in. Okay, I did get a needle minder. I saw this and had to get it. It says, this is by Kirkland Design Studio. It says, I just want to stitch and watch floss tube. Are you kidding me right now? Why is it not focusing? Because it's focusing on my face. There we go. Yeah, yeah, had to have that. Okay, patterns, get ready. This is Erica Michaels' Walk on the Beach. Now, I don't know if there is silk gauze in here. No motherfucking way am I stitching on silk gauze. Is there a piece of silk gauze? Probably not. But, oh, it says it is. Silk gauze is provided in the chart pack. Yeah, no. I just really loved it because you can stitch it on fabric. It doesn't have to be stitched on silk gauze. I love beachy stuff. I love the colors. And I mean, this is solidly stitched. Yeah, I really liked it though. 72 wide by 148 high. Yeah, you can stitch it on fabric. It doesn't matter. Okay. The next thing I got was a little kit, and this is from 2019 Nashville Needlework Market, home of a needleworker. Absolutely loved that. And they had a model stitched on the wall. See, that's the thing about going into a needlework store. If you ever have the chance to go into a needlework store, please do so, because it is so very much different seeing things stitched, the models on the walls. It will make you want to buy all the things. So like I said, they had this stitched on the wall, and it actually comes with the skeins of floss. Now, I might brighten up that red because I really like bright red. But isn't it gorgeous? I love Little House Needleworks patterns. So, like that very much. Then this is a new release. It is by Cottage Garden Samplings, and it is called Beezy Spring, A Time for All Seasons Series 5. I just loved the yellow, and there's actually like, it looks like purple in this, in the beehive. And I was thinking like the Q for Queen and the crown, like stitching that in, maybe using my DMC gold, you know, the gold skein, the golden skein that Margot bought me. Yeah, or using like sparkle braid or something for the crown. Yeah, I really like that. Then I had to get this one because of my videos and all of my talking, and you're going to see why. This is Silver Creek Samplers Butter Believe It. It says, I have a lot to say. Maybe you should get popcorn. Can you even right now? I can't. I had to get that one. Then I got a Little House Needleworks has been like re-releasing patterns that they had years and years ago, and I actually had even stitched some of these. This is Inspirational Scriptures. They all came as chart packs with like the floss in it, and this picture doesn't even begin to do this justice. These are 6 different patterns in here. They're gorgeous. They all use like the crescent colors, and you can stitch them all individually. These would be fantastic scrapbook finishes because each one comes out to 4 3/4 square, or 5 inch if you stitch on 28 count. Yeah, I mean, and it's funny because when I was checking out, one of the clerks behind the counter, she was like, wow, does that not look anything like the no, it doesn't. And then we were talking about how most pictures don't look like anything, don't look like the stitched piece. Okay, then I bought by Brenda Gervais Coffee First. Why have I not stitched this when it came out? Don't you love that the coffee bean, it's like a coffee bean plant, and she's holding a big giant mug of coffee. Like, what? Why did I not have that? And then finally, I bought a counted canvas needlework pattern. It is from Nancy's Needle, and it's called Purple Aster Garden. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh, is it not so gorgeous? Now, her patterns vary a little bit from Needle Delight's originals in that mostly from Nancy's Needle is satin stitch. Just like if you can see, it's all the same stitch. There are no fancy stitches. These kinds of patterns go so quickly, and it looks gorgeous. Are you kidding me right now? Yeah. It calls for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 watercolors and 2 silk lame, and that's it. And so it shows you on the back what you need. And this is, you need 14 by 14 mono canvas. I absolutely love that. It's actually more like, you know, it's a mandala for sure. That was all I bought. That was all I bought from the stitching post. When I came home, so I come home, I had been to my massage, to the post office, to the stitching post, and I don't know what the hell is up, if it's the heat. Everyone in front of me was doing below the speed limit. What? No. So I got home and I'm like, Bill was downstairs and I'm like, did you take any cold medicine? He's like, no, because we didn't have any Dayquil. I said, okay, I'll go out and I'll get you some. I needed shampoo anyway. So I went out and got him some cold medicine, and he's now currently sleeping. And so I had come home and then went right back out. So by the time I got back, it was like it's almost 3 o'clock here now. It was like 1-ish, and I'm like, I need to eat something, and I need to wash my hair, and then I did this video. Yeah. So then I had an Amazon order here. I had ordered some more needlepoint stuff. I had ordered some more tapestry needles. So I ordered DMC. These are size 20. And then, remember I was talking about when I do the needlepoint, I like to have thimble pads because otherwise your fingers will get really, really sore from pulling the needle through the mono canvas. So I have these, which are fantastic. I will link these down below since I got them from Amazon. They are thimble pads. You can reuse them. They stick on the ends of your fingers, and then when you're done, I just peel them off and stick them back on here, and you can reuse them a couple times. But when I was looking for these on Amazon, I found these by Jill Lilly Studio called Polka Dots Sticky Thimbles, and they came in a tin. I have never used these, but the same concept, I'm guessing, as that. These feel, let's see what they feel like. I like the idea of the tin. That was what was more alluring. Okay, these are hard. These are, see, okay, I'm going to show you how I would normally do it. They're very, very sticky on the back. I put it on my thumb and then this finger, because when I'm stitching, that's where I'm pulling up the needle from. And then you can just, it won't come off when you're stitching. It stays on pretty good. But when you're done, you can just peel it, put it back on here, and reuse them. Like I said, this is hard rubber versus those are felt. These might actually work better because the rubber, it's like silicone almost, where it will grip the needle and it will make it so much easier when you go to pull your threads through. So I will link these down below also. So I came home and I saw the Amazon order, and then I had an order come in from down Sunshine Lane with more patterns, because I told you that one night, what night was that? Wednesday? I just went nuts. Wait till you see my 1, 2, 3 stitch order that's coming. I spent some of the monies. Oh, we have something to talk about, by the way. But let me show you this. Wait a minute, before I forget, I better talk about it. Let's talk about the DMC wooden cabinet that everyone is buying, it seems. So McKenna bought it, Stitching and Sequins. Ryan from Wild Violet Cross Stitch, she has it. It is this gorgeous wooden cabinet that will hold the entire set of DMC floss, and plus there's like this big cabinet up top that you can put supplies in. Now, when I saw McKenna's Instagram story, I went to DMC's website to see what it costs, and I almost died. It's $500. But it's $500 because not only do you get the cabinet, you get the entire set of DMC. The entire set of DMC at this point is probably like $200, if not more. So I have the entire set of DMC, but having like a backup set, that would be amazing. And I love the cabinet so much, but it's out of stock. I'm guessing that it takes them so long to make them. They don't make very many. So I put my email in. Now get this. I put my email in to be notified when it comes back in stock. And I'm like, you know what? I deserve to be able to buy that, right? I know it's a lot of money, but I've worked my ass off on the channel and for work. And so I put my email in to be notified. And so when Bill came home last night, I said, you know, most of the time I don't consult him when I buy stuff. I'm not buying stuff that's like $1,000. But this, I'm like, I told him about the Velky Pataki stand when that's going to come in, hopefully very soon. That's $150. And I said, so he sits down and I said, there's something I want to buy. He's like, okay. And I said, well, let me finish. I said, and I explained how I put my name in there, that it's not even available yet. I said, and it's $500. He goes, okay. Okay, I just wanted to tell you before I spend $500. And so I explained what it was. Years and years ago, like right when we first got together, the first year we were together, he bought me like Hirschner's had like this little wooden cabinet, and I think it was $100. And he bought that for me, and I've been using that ever since for like extra needlepoint supplies, extra needles, all kinds of stuff. 2 of the drawers are missing. It's cheap. It really is. This will be phenomenal to have. So when it comes in, because I'm guessing when I get the email that says it's in stock, you better fucking jump on it. You better jump on it and buy it because, excuse me, like I said, I'm guessing there are not very many made at a time. So stay tuned because I was going to be buying it. Saving my pennies, right? Okay. So, oh, I didn't realize I had a note from, so Amy at Down Sunshine Lane is fantastic. I love ordering from her. So I ordered a bunch of patterns, but I also, oh, she sent me a free needle minder. Let's go. Of course. Okay. So I had ordered Resting Witch Face because, are you kidding me right now? But she sent me the Witch's Brew. Oh my God, look at that. Thank you so much, Amy. Love that. And then I also ordered this needle minder from Michelle Palmer. She like hand paints these. This one's called Faith. And they're like one of a kind. I really love that. And then I ordered a tail end weaver. I will have to demonstrate this on a video. So have you ever gotten to the end of your thread? Basically, you've played thread chicken, right? Where you only have like 2 stitches left and you're like, you have really short thing of thread and you're like, can I complete it? This will help you wind the tail under existing stitches, because what you do is you stick the end of this through other stitches you've completed and you pull the tail that can be this small through those stitches. These work really, really fantastic. So I bought some extras of those because I did have them and I can't find them. Okay. And then Little House Needleworks and Country Cottage Needleworks, in partnership with Hoffman Distributing, they are giving a free pattern away. So it says, hello Stitchers, Country Cottage Needleworks and Little House Needleworks have joined together to create this design for you to stitch during this most difficult time. Both designers contributed equal parts to the chart, which is a first for this mother and daughter team. Each designer chose her own color palette, but the design stayed the same. Our work has been donated to support needlework shops, many of whom have had to shutter their brick and mortar businesses and work from home. In addition, Hoffman Distributing has donated the printing. So here is the design. Isn't it so cute? And I'm fully guessing that this one is Little House Needleworks. This one is Country Cottage Needleworks. I absolutely love it. We'll definitely stitch it. It says, where there is life, there is hope. So this design was actually out last year, but because I really wasn't ordering cross stitch stuff then, yeah. Okay, so I got 5 patterns. I almost bought this one at the Stitching Post and I couldn't remember if I bought it, so I'm glad I did not, because it's right here. This is Ink Circles Ruffles. And I absolutely love, these are smaller mandalas. This is only 6 by 6. It's not as big as the one that I did. I love this colorway right here. Burgundies and purples. Isn't it gorgeous? But look at all the different colorways up there. And you could probably even pick whatever colors literally you wanted. Okay, I also bought Plum Street Samplers Flirting. I love her design so much, and the only one I've ever stitched is the coffee one where it's beans, beans. That's the chart. So, yeah, see the woman and the man on their reindeer? I love the trees in the background. This would be really great to stitch in the winter, Christmas time. Love that. Then I got the Heart and Hand Halloween Square Dance one, because these would be perfect for scrapbook finishes. 3 different designs. I love the Treats one. Aren't they so cute though? I love Heart and Hand stuff. And then I bought Country Cottage Needleworks. Again, they are releasing patterns of their original thread packs. This is the Cottage Garden series, where it was 6 thread packs at one time. And then, so all 6 patterns are in here. Yeah, I just love these. I mean, look at all the floss that you need for all that. But like I said, it's 6 patterns in there. There's no price on that. Okay. And then the last pattern I bought is by Silver Creek Samplers, and it's called Wicked Stitcher Society, because how have I not stitched that yet? Look, the witch is actually stitching. She's holding a hoop, and that white below that, her arm, is the fabric. Yes, ma'am. Okay, that was all. That's all I got. That's a lot, right? I haven't bought cross-stitch stuff like that in a really long time. So, I hope you enjoyed seeing all of that. I will be starting the Hocus Pocus coffee piece here probably today or tonight maybe. I'm really considering starting the needlepoint piece also, and kind of just alternating when I stitch at night, so I can kind of have 2 things in the works and 2 things I can update you guys on every week. So I hope you guys are all having a fantastic Saturday. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below. and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.